Before this video starts, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. You know, this is the first time for me seeing the new animation of the Peanuts cartoons, so I'll remove 3 cents because of that. I don't know how can Pigpen still trail a cloud of dust behind him. Note, it is coming from his feet, not his whole body. And since he is in the snow and getting pelted by snowballs, the dirt should be turned into mud or even washed off him.
I like seeing Grandma too, but she's always trying to get me to give up my blanket.
Enjoy that blanket while you can, because you know what happens when Grandma gets here.
Not if she can't find it!
Linus is still obsessed with that blanket even after all these years, which I'm sure would have been fine if he was younger. But Linus, you're getting older, you need to stop this. 10 days have passed and nothing interesting happened during that time. They could have had hijinks of Lucy trying to break Linus away from his stupid blanket before Grandma came.
Aren't you going to get that?
Charlie Brown's watching a movie, Sally. What about you? You're already standing up. You should go answer the door.
Andy, Olaf, Snoopy's very excited to have you all here for the holidays. He's waiting for you in the backyard.
Oh, please, come on in. Make yourself at home. And while you're at it, why don't you take all the food out of the refrigerator without even asking? Yeah, I know they're Snoopy's family, but still, have some manners when you're at someone else's house. Stereotypical fat character that loves to eat a lot cliche. And on top of that, I'm sure that frosting on the cake is chocolate. I guess Olaf wants to die.
It's for you.
How do you know it's not for you?
I'm indisposed.
Indisposed? I'm amazed a kid at her age even knows what that word means. When I was her age, I wouldn't even know what that word meant. Family member comes to visit and expects you to take his things, and also has something ridiculously heavy in it cliche. Wow, Charlie Brown can jump. How does a dog get a bus ticket to come to Charlie Brown's house from California? Did the bus driver fall for the "what a weird guy with a funny nose"? For almost 60 years, Lucy can still impersonate a psychiatrist without repercussions. Plus, it's winter. At least during that time, move your office to the living room or something.
What seems to be the problem, Charlie Brown?
Last year, I made this list of New Year's resolutions, and I haven't accomplished a single one.
Let me see that. Here's your problem. These resolutions are completely unrealistic. Resolution number 3. Build the world's tallest snowman. Ugh. How about just build a snowman? Or number 9. Paint a masterpiece. Maybe just settle for do something remotely creative.
You know, that's the only resolution that's unrealistic. And the second one, painting a masterpiece, doesn't seem that hard. It doesn't have to be perfect. And what are the other resolutions that seem unrealistic? Or are you just setting up Charlie Brown to fail on the others? Hey, you call yourself a professional. I heard 22 pictures Woodstock took, but an average Polaroid camera can only take 10 pictures at a time. Plus, how is Woodstock flying while holding a camera and taking pictures at the same time? Cameras during Charlie Brown's time didn't have a full screen view on the camera, but more of something like this. Plus, none of these pictures that Woodstock took in shouldn't be that close, since Woodstock was flying a bit at a distance. How did he manage to get a selfie of himself when he is holding the camera frontwards the whole time? Lucy can change her clothes more faster than Rarity could.
What? What do you mean you're not coming? But we were going to bake cookies and play games and go caroling.
Grandma can't come and visit at the last minute cliche, and we never know why. I'm amazed that after hearing the news that Grandma can't come over for Christmas, she didn't shut herself in her room all day, but for some reason has the will to go outside, eat dinner, go skating, and caroling, all while moping.
Linus, wake up. Christmas was a letdown, but New Year's is going to be perfect. I'm going to throw a party. Linus, did you hear me?
Throw a party. Sounds like fun.
And you're going to help.
Character plans on doing something and ask someone to help them and agree while they're half asleep cliche.
And at midnight, I want someone to sing that New Year's song that people always sing.
Auld Lang Syne?
Roll credits.
I made some calls this morning and rented a ballroom. Isn't this great?
You rented a ballroom?
Yeah, I don't believe it either, Linus. I believe it when I see it. Holy sweet Celestia, she did? But how'd she afford this?
In nickels. Charlie Brown has a lot of problems.
Okay, I guess that can help, but I'm amazed that Charlie Brown has so much loose change just to get that much help from you. And it was enough to pay off the loan to get this ballroom. Plus, this place is run down, so I find it possible the owner sold this place for a low price. Plus, you're forcing Linus to do all the heavy lifting and fixing this place up. I thought this was supposed to be your party, Lucy. A bunch of ridiculous hijinks with Spike's camera will prevent him from taking the picture. Have the animators ever kicked a huge ball of snow that's been packed into that shape? It's like kicking a rock when you're that small. Boy, what are the odds of Peppermint Patty and Marcy finding an area with good wind-packed snow to make igloo blocks that big? And again, after over 60 years of Peanut specials, they can never explain how Schroeder can make a piano that small sound like a grand piano. Wait, where did he get the money to buy all these decorations, such as pillars, tables, chairs? And not even gonna get started on how they restore the power to the building. I'm sure Lucy didn't help, and probably didn't ask her parents to help her because she wanted to do this all by herself.
Where are the fancy little sandwiches with the crust cut off? I specifically asked for finger food.
You should have been more specific, Lucy.
Time for a costume change.
You're gonna put that on?
Don't be silly. No, this is for you.
Asking you're gonna wear that, then answer with, no, you are cliche. Wait, was Elton John relevant in Charlie Brown's days? Plus, that costume so happens to fit Linus.
This party is terrible. I hereby quit your terrible party committee. You can find someone else to take for granted. I'm done.
Mic drop. Big argument between friends and things fall apart before the climax cliche. It's snowing, but there's not a cloud in the sky. I didn't know traveling buses run this late.
Lucy.
Huh? Hey, Elise.
So how did Charlie Brown and Linus not only told everyone about what Lucy was going through, but went to every kid's house in the neighborhood and gathered them all up in her house in under 10 minutes after midnight? I hope you set back the time before Lucy's parents find out that you ruined the clock's time. Plus in this shot, it looks like it's about 12 a.m. But in this shot before, it looks like it says 9 a.m. We saw Spike's camera get damaged by a snowball in this scene, but Franklin can fix it to being a working camera again.
Here, write this down. Be a good friend.
Good friend.
Now cross it off. But go on, cross it off. Good. You may not have completed any resolutions last year, but you're already covered for this year.
Happy New Year, Lucy.
Happy New Year, Charlie Brown.
You know, that's the nicest thing I ever seen you do all year, Lucy, so 5 sins removed for you, since it is the new year.
Maybe just settle for do something remotely creative.